shit so funny. Look at my son right here. I just told him I'm finna kill his ass. You hear me? That's fucking fucked up, cuz, on my soul, nigga. But see, everybody think I'm joking, right? I'm playing, right? Everybody think I'm fucking playing, right? Right, okay. This gonna be the last time. This will be the last video I make. Nigga, God rest my soul. Wook, Ovia Foreman, you are responsible for your part in this too. You chose to be a destroyer, right? It's okay, fine. You hold this, take this with you. Tater, wow, nigga. After everything I gave you, cuz. After everything, all I wanted was a conversation, nigga. I told you, nigga. All you had to do was talk to me, nigga. All I wanted was conversation. That's it. I wanted you to be woman enough to look me in my fucking eyes, nigga. After 13 years of my life, nigga, give it to you. Nigga, and cut me loose. Look me in my face and break me loose, nigga. Break my heart. Look me in my eyes and break my heart, nigga. But you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You want to go lay up with niggas and get fucked and nigga, whatever the case. You're slick, my nigga. You lied, my nigga. You're a habitual cheater, my nigga. And you have given yourself to men. You have given me STD behind this shit. Like, I'm not paranoid, cuz. You hear me? You fucked other niggas recklessly. I forgave you for it. You won't even come home, baby. You won't even come home like I'm a sucker. So watch this, Taylor. Watch this. Yeah. And Carrie.
City neighborhood is in mourning after a gruesome discovery. A woman walking her dog found a car with 4 people dead inside. 3 were small children. Police tell News 9's Brittany Toulis the children died at the hands of their fathers.
Stuffed animals usually lining the floors of kids' rooms are sitting here on the curb where the 3 children were found Saturday morning. A block grieving the loss of 3 young lives.
We stood out on our driveway and watched the tow truck take the white SUV away, and it just made me sick. It made me want to just cry, knowing what had happened in there.
Neighbors and mothers saying their hearts hurt for the mother learning all 3 of her children were killed at the hands of their father, Francois Littlejohn.
All I can think about is the mom, what she might be going through.
They also said that the father did not have a history of violence. In northwest Oklahoma City, Brittany Toulis, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
Hey, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and others of great host, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News of this gospel, brother, with the standard of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, where it be. Boy, oh boy, man, this world is really getting sick about a moment. What we witnessed here was a Jake that was on live or whatever platform this was, basically complaining about his baby moms, okay, and he offed his 3 children based on the hurt that this woman has bestowed upon him, man. And this is why we tell you, Jakes, time and time again, not to give your strength to these women out here, man, because they're for the streets, okay? And you know, it's a lesson learned for all men because we all grew up in a tainted and an effeminized society. So, you know, we've all pretty much had the emotions of women bestowed upon us because most Jakes grew up with their mothers or with their mother's influence predominantly in the house. And this is pretty much a result of it. So basically he didn't vet this chick. You know, she probably looked like something, you know, probably had a nice body, and bam, he gave his soul over to the chick after he'd known that she's committed adultery. But this is why the scriptures say a whore is a deep ditch, and because of so, a man is bought to a piece of bread. And he killed himself and his 3 children because he couldn't deal and cope with the hope that she was a habitual adulterer, man. And that's a weak mindset, man, okay? Because the righteous thing to do was to be able to execute judgment on her for her loss, okay? Your children shouldn't have to suffer behind that because this was an offense of the mother, not the child, okay? But see, he did it to spite her and to get back to her. And Jake went that route because ultimately these Jakes, man, they know that there's no consequences for women committing adultery. He knows that she can get away with it, and he knows that there will be other simps that's going to vouch for her behavior, and they're going to come to her defense if he was to put judgment on her. But see, this is the reason why, hey, it's a beautiful thing, brothers, that we have Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because without Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, hey, this could have very well been us, okay? Very well been us, okay? And certain brothers, they did fall out behind women, you know? And hey, she for the streets, bro. So anyway, he says she lied. But anyway, let's bring out a couple of precepts. This is the book of Job 14:1. It says, man that is born of a woman is of few days and full of trouble. Right, okay? It says a man born of woman. And that's not talking about men coming out of the bowels of women, because we're all born women, okay? We're begotten through our fathers, but we are born through our mothers, because that's the cycle of life. Now, this is talking about the traits of a woman, okay? Because like I said, when you are raised by women, they put certain effeminate behaviors on you, okay? Because obviously this man endured a lot of abuse, a lot of torture, a lot of disrespect from this woman, because he said that he's forgiven her for the atrocities that she's committed, and there was no other way but for him to kill himself and his children. That was his ultimate get back at getting at her, man, okay? Because that's a weak mindset. And it's come down to that because, like I said, Jake is not able to establish judgment, because there was a penalty for adultery in the ancient world, which we know that was to be destroyed or to be put to death. Okay, according to the scriptures, it says the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. And he can't do that in this society, because the society protects the rights of women in their bodies. So he said, I'm gonna kill myself, okay, which is ultimately an effeminate trait, because I'm pretty sure he grew up in a household with no father. He grew up in a household where his mother told him he better respect women no matter what they do. She can spit in your face, she can take your kids, she can rob you at gunpoint, but you can't do anything to her. And that's how most of us Jakes were brought up, which is a total destructive mindset, and it does not work, because in this case, something has to be rectified so this doesn't happen. Okay, if it was the other way around and he was able to commence judgment on her, then other people would see in fear and know not to do it, and that was the whole point of the law. You're being made an example out of, okay, because once they saw what he's able to do to her according to his God-given right as a man, then other people would have looked upon that and they would have said, you know what, I don't want that treatment, so I'm going to learn from that, okay, because, hey, they say, hey, what is it, we used to have a saying, fat meat, a hard head make a soft ass, and soft meat ain't greasy, some shit. Something meat being greasy or some shit like that, man. And that's where you know you're finna get the chastisement, okay? It says here, he coming forth like a flower and it's cut down, okay? And he said, and he fled as a shadow and continued not, right? Because, hey, these men, they're totally running out of wits for these females, for these demons, okay? And like I said, man, they found him in a car, him and his 3 children. His children, I mean, like the scriptures say, whoever perished being innocent. But overall, man, I mean, his kids, they were just kids, okay? They didn't know right from wrong, so to speak. They were just children living out in folly, but nonetheless, spirits are reincarnated. It says he coming forth like a flower and is cut down, and he fled also as a shadow and continued not, okay? So that's the point, man. All right, another precept here. This is the book of Proverbs 31, and I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, give not thy strength unto women, nor thy way which destroyed kings, okay? And his life was totally destroyed behind what she's done. You see, she was a repeated or a habitual adulterer, meaning she's committed adultery. They commit adultery once and twice. 9 times out of 10, they're going to do it 3 or 4 or 5 more times. Why? Because for one thing, they don't have respect for you, because a woman is expecting for you to kick her to the curb. Now, she may come back and act like she wants forgiveness. She may come back begging and pleading, you know, doing whatever you want her to do. But overall, she don't respect you, because in her mindset, she knows she's trash. And she knows she's supposed to be put away. And when you got a man like this, because, hey, the scriptures tell you that a glory of a man is his woman. When men have soft spots for that woman, now ultimately forgiving, then, hey, she plays on the fact that, hey, he's giving her another chance, and she don't be grateful for that. You see, something that somebody should be totally grateful for. Oh, man, this man is giving me another chance. I want to make things right. It's not that case with the modern day women. Okay, clearly not the case, because if she respected him, she never would have done it and lied and say, hey, you're paranoid. And that's the ultimate excuse or cop-out for an adulterer when they're saying you're insecure or you're paranoid, is because they're doing shit. Okay, it says, give not thy strength unto women, which clearly he did. It says, nor the way which destroyed kings, okay? And he's destroyed, you know? Proverbs 30, and I'm going to start at verses, matter of fact, this is the book of Proverbs 30, and I'm going to start at verses 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I've done no wickedness. And you heard what he said. He said, man, she was like, well, you're paranoid. And he said, look, he like, you lie. And he said, you lie. You're an adulterer. Okay? And he knew it in his spirit. And he said he got an STD for it. Now, we don't know what STD it was, but ultimately it was something bad enough for him to just say, you know what, the hell with this life. I'm done with it. Okay, and there's going to be a judgment for adulterers. Okay, because according to the scriptures, it says the adulterer and the adulteress should be put to death. Okay, it says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I've done no wickedness, man. So they can literally go out and commit adultery on you that very night and come in and you and kiss you and freak on you. I mean, to the point she didn't even take a whole bath. She just come straight in the crib full of another nigga's cum and hop right on your ride, man. And that's how you get venereal diseases and shit. That's how you get diseases, because all those different specimens swimming inside that quiver. Okay, and she'll come home 3 o'clock in the morning like it's nothing. Oh, I was just at Keisha crib. Oh, I was just at my mama's house. Oh, I ain't do nothing. I was just out with my daughter. But yeah, she was out having a whole block party, man. You know, men running trains on her and shit. You'd be surprised on the shit that you women do, man. Okay, and this is not to put a bad omen or to make you look at your women sideways. But honestly speaking, you can't put nothing past these creatures, man. Okay? And this guy, he was out of his damn mind. He took himself out over there. If you knew what type of female she was, that should have been a strength for you to walk your ass away. Take your kids and go find you another woman, man. Or just work on yourself. But see, Jake, they ain't got that type of mental fortitude. Okay? And it says here, it says, I've done no wickedness, because I guarantee you he's questioning her about it. He's asked her about it. And her response, no, baby, I'll never do that to you. You my everything. And in his spirit, he knew that wasn't the case, but he wanted to believe it because, like I said, these men, man, they're blind when it comes to their women. Okay? Now his household is totally destroyed because of the actions of her and himself. Okay? So this is the book of Sirach 3 and 9. It says here, for the blessing of the father established the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooted out foundation. And in this case, the curse was the adultery. The fact she's being rotted out by different men. And let her not look like something. Let her not be red bone, light skin, petite, the typical women that Jake go after, right? Like brother said it before a long time ago. They said if you have a dark skinned chick and a light skinned chick, okay, both of them nice looking, but they say out of 10 dudes, they said 7 of them gonna come at that light skinned chick. Out of 3 that's gonna come at the dark skinned chick, and out of the 7 that come at the light skinned chick, 5 or 6 may hit. Out of the 3 that come at the dark skinned chick, maybe 1 or 2. Still high in numbers, but nonetheless, the light skinned chick or the fair skinned chick gonna get more hollered at, because in this society we're taught that to be fair skinned is better looking, and that's not the case. That's truly not true. Okay, so that was the whole curse of it all, man. And it says, "And glory not in dishonor the father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory to thee." You see, so that's the point, man. You can't be running out of your wit for these women, man. Okay. One more precept here. Here's the book of damn, I think it's first Esdras, not second Esdras, first Esdras 4. The book of first Esdras 4, and I'm gonna start at verses 26. It say, yeah, there be many that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. And when you think of wits, you're thinking about your wisdom. Wits is another way of saying wisdom, okay, your mind. Okay, he's lost all this wisdom based on a female he was chasing behind because he was in love with her, you know?
What's up, man? Me and Jessica gonna sit down this week because a lot of people either got, I already told you this, either the renewal didn't get put in the system right, so they got hit with that double rent, or I found one piece I misposted this month, and I never mispost them. But maybe I was just rushing in that batch, and I put it on apartment 17 instead of 13, okay? So it could be totally me. So the receipts, I really appreciate you giving to us and being so calm and cool about it, okay?
Yeah, and like I said, I'm trying to get up out of here by the first of the month anyway, so we already talked about that. So the other apartment, they gonna come and
You've given your notice, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
They had.
No, we love you. We're gonna give you good rent. You good.
I always pay my rent, so all the time.
Bye, sweetheart.
All right, baby, I'll talk to you. So anyway, fucking demonic ass fucking demon, man. That's why I gotta get the fuck out of here. You gotta get subtlety to the simple brothers, man. Fucking wicked ass. These devils are wicked as hell, but you gotta spoon feed them. But anyway, it says here, yea, many that run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes, right? And he done that because he said, I'm giving you everything. You know, he said, I'm giving you everything, okay? Everything. And you gave her 3 kids and she didn't appreciate it, so therefore, hey, you had to take yourself out, man, okay? It says, many also have perished, he did perish, and have erred in sin for women, and he did sin because he killed himself. And no type of telling what he done to keep her happy, man, because like I said, once an adulterer, always an adulterer, okay? So that's the whole point. So you got to get in your mindset, brothers, not to get all head over heels for these women like that, man, especially when they're not in their right mind. Okay? So it says, and do you not believe me? Is this not the king great in his power, and do not all regions fear to touch him? And that's the point I want to make in verses 27. Many have also perished and erred in sin for women. But anyway, brothers, I'm going to end it there. Giving all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba.